What is your ha-ha-ha? Oh wait, your serious moment? When my 60-year-old father told me he broke his hip paragliding into the roof of his hotel. Edit, I should add it was my parents' 60th birthday and this was their wild spontaneous event. I've known people who broke their hip walking down a road. Your father is a badass. New friend, I really shouldn't be doing so many extreme sports, but you gotta live your life, right? I'm gonna end up in a wheelchair by the time I'm 30. Me, ha. I know, right? New friend, no I mean really, I have a degenerative disease that's going to ruin my body by my 30s, so I'm trying to live my life now. I bet that this is one of the memories that randomly comes back when you're trying to sleep. Started a new job in a company where my boss worked in 2 different offices. He wrote himself a note on legal paper. He handed it to me and told me to fax it to the other office. Then he told me to call them and tell them to put it on his desk there so he could have it tomorrow when he arrived. I smiled because I thought he was playing a joke on the new guy. He was not. He loves faxing. Let the man fax. Waking up from general anesthesia. One of the nurses by my hospital bed gently informs me that my heart had stopped while I was under. I thought I was dreaming for a while, and didn't take it seriously. Then my dad showed up, and I saw the panic on his face. Then I phoned my mom, and she had obviously been crying her eyes out. Then I took it seriously. When I was in high school I received a message over MSN from a buddy saying, "Mitch is dead." Thinking he got into trouble, I responded with, "Haha, what did he do?" It turns out, he had a brain aneurysm while driving home from the school. Yeah, I don't blame you for answering that way. Who sends an MSN message to break that kind of news? I listed my Ford Explorer for sale. A guy emailed me to trade his 2018 Kia Forte or something. I didn't really need one since my fleet already had a 2013 Kia Forte, but he emailed me a few times saying he wants my Explorer but owes money on his Kia. I said how much. He said it's an 8-year finance deal so need to pay in total $45,000. And he wanted my car. I could buy that car right now for $25-30K at the dealership brand new. He was dead serious. Patron, I have a complaint. Me, yes. Patron, there aren't enough books here. Me, looks around at the library that we are standing in. Me, yeah, it's weird, sometimes people just take our books home with them. Haha. Patron, you used to have more books. Me, oh. This was a few years ago. I forgot how the topic was brought up, but I clearly remember my older sister saying, "There aren't any modern buildings in Egypt, just pyramids." My strange dandy sending me a message to disinvite me to my, sick but alive, father's funeral because, wait for it, I had lunch with my little half-brother and sister, and that is disrespectful to my father. My father never let me and half-siblings meet before this lunch had occurred, and by meeting them, he disowned me. Literally, that's it. Just my fucked up family. Someone wanted to euthanize their dog because when she was put outside alone in heat, she found a chihuahua and had ugly puppies that cost a breeding session. When we asked what that had to do with anything, he said the chihuahua's sperm is forever inside of her and can make those ugly puppies instead of the purebred. This dog was definitely not a purebred. When we said that things don't work that way, he said, "I know for a fact they do. That's why my daughters have, N-word, raped my wife back when she was in her 20s and his sperm stayed inside her until mine activated it. And we all know, sperm is more violent, so it won." He was serious. The vet I work at was a very sheltered Mormon. He came to work one day panicked. He had his first kiss the night before, asked the girl to marry him, and was concerned about his wedding date. He was absolutely convinced that he got her pregnant by kissing her. Absolutely convinced. It took me a long time to register what he was panicked about because it sounded so absurd. He delivered hundreds of kittens and puppies by then. I just thought he had also learned about human reproductive anatomy as well as animals by then. Someone once said to my friend, "Wait, you're Chinese? I always thought you were Asian." I'm in Australia, and first heard the news of 9/11 on my morning radio, USA Evening. I was stuck in traffic near the army base, and they announced it with sirens. To start off with, I thought it was a comedy sketch that I didn't think was particularly funny. I had a pretty dark sense of humor, too. Then I realized it was news. Holy shit. I asked a co-worker with what his son's name was, and he answered LAKEY. After 2 seconds of laughing I realized he wasn't laughing. His son is actually named LAKEY.
Make sure to like and subscribe for more stories.